Great Britain is known as the green and pleasant land covering over 209,000 square kilometres. However, there seem to be a number of electronic devices on the market that mean that teenagers in the UK are not getting the most out of living in this wonderful area. Matthew is a high school student who has taken keen interest in technology and gaming. He currently spends 12 hours a week playing on his games console. He aspires to be a YouTuber, like many others out there, who post review videos and also gaming videos for people to watch before they buy.
I spend so long playing games because they are a fun thing to do, for me anyway, and it's quite a nice community in the games that I play, and so it's quite good fun.
But do Matthew and other gamers get sufficient exercise?
Quite a lot of children are into sports and physical activities, and they would get a lot of exercise. Other gamers, probably not. Probably do with a bit more exercise.
And what about diet?
I'd say I'd eat around 3 pizzas a week. I don't eat particularly healthy when it's left down to me.
There's increased evidence that children who are overweight are more likely to become obese as adults. Daily hours in front of a screen is a common teen schedule. The number of obese people in the UK has more than trebled in the past 25 years. Researchers at the King's College London state that obesity rates among 11 to 15-year-olds are still rising. Matthew has taken on the challenge of trying to complete something other than the next level on his computer game.
I'm quite looking forward to getting out of the house, doing something quite challenging. Certainly be something very different to playing games, which is what I normally do.
Matthew has taken on the challenge of trying to complete something other than the next level on his computer game. Here at Awesome Walls, he takes on indoor climbing to prepare him for the outdoor tasks ahead. Sarah has been climbing for over 10 years now and is part of the outdoor network. She will be mentoring him throughout his challenges.
I've been doing this I've been walking since I was a toddler, climbing since I started high school, and scrambling and mountaineering since the same age, really.
He starts on one of the easiest walls in the centre. The holds are colour coordinated to assist climbers to navigate the wall. Matthew is completing a top roping climb, where he is always attached to the rope. In doing so, it promotes confidence so that it may inspire him to climb again.
Scary, exhilarating and quite fun.
Considering that it's his first night, considering that he's not done any climbing before, he's not really done anything like this, he's progressed and he seems to be doing really well, and he's listened, he's just took everything on board, and it really has shown tonight, so I think when he goes outside he'll be able to put those skills into practice.
Today Matthew will put into practice some of the skills he learnt on the climbing wall.
I'm looking forward to today's event. It should be a fun experience and certainly very enjoyable.
We are travelling up to Malham Tarn Estate in the Yorkshire Dales, where Matthew will attempt to climb Goredale Scar. This will be his biggest challenge yet.
Now that I'm here, I'm not feeling as scared as I was before, and I'm quite looking forward to the experience.
The walk up to Goredale Scar is about 1.5 miles, initially on roads but then onto private footpaths. On this walk we get to admire some of the stunning landscape of the Malham Tarn Estate. This is something Matthew would never experience in his room. Several hours of walking is something very different to what Matthew is used to, and he's asked how he's finding it.
So Matthew, how are you feeling now? Ever so slightly more frightened than I was before. It's certainly probably going to be quite challenging. So, a little nervous.
Matthew will be climbing over 50 metres to the top of Goredale Scar, so there is good reason for him to be nervous. Matthew will be climbing the waterfall with Sarah after instruction from the group leader, Jeff. Jeff prepares Matthew for the imminent climb.
All I've got to remember is 3 points of contact all the time, right? So, you're allowed 1 foot off, always keep 2 hands on. There's lots of big holes on it, and there's lots of ledges you can stick your feet. So you don't panic, but concentrate on what you're doing and think what you're doing. Alright, get it. Just take your time, do the time. Alright.
He begins his climb following Jeff's lead. The climb Matthew is doing is classed as a Grade 1 scramble. Jeff decides, due to Matthew's progress, he does not need the rope for support. He felt confident enough to be able to complete his climb without it. He will have to put everything into practice that he learnt at the climbing wall, as there is no reset button if it goes wrong. Finally, after a few long minutes, Matthew completes the climb and can breathe a sigh of relief. He has shown that it's possible for teenagers to go out and try new things. This has really helped him to improve his fitness.
Quite difficult on some parts, but other than that it was fairly easy. Did you find it scary? It was definitely scary, yeah.
I think Matthew did really well today. He followed all the instructions and every piece of advice that we'd given him, and you can tell that the climbing wall practice has really helped him today, which was really good to see. I wouldn't consider being a computer gamer myself, but that's just personal preference. I think everybody's different. I would never force someone to completely change what they do, but I just think it's good to have a balanced life and do different things and experience different things, which I think is what Matthew's done today, and I think it's been good for him.
Getting outside more would mean I get to meet more people, which would increase kind of chances of getting a girlfriend, I suppose. I think I would probably not give up games for this because of my lack of fitness, and still slightly prefer my games over coming out walking. My fitness is probably bad because I don't come out walking, yeah.
Today Matthew begins the final part of his challenge, kayaking with the Outdoor Network, which has been operating for over 10 years. Tim Barton is the head of the group.
Outdoor Network is a group of people which encourages young people to go outside and have a relationship with the natural world. So that's what it's all about. It does kayaking and canoeing, it does caving, it does bushcraft, it does mountaineering, climbing indoors, climbing outdoors, mountain biking. The benefit of Outdoor Network is that it's an alternative way of people achieving things. If they're not very good at school, if they're not very good academically, if they're not in the football team or the netball team, it's another way where they can achieve things and feel great.
Matthew learns some of the kayaking basics, including the capsize drill and paddling. Matthew starts with capsizing, and his mindset afterwards is not what you might expect.
I found today's kayaking session really enjoyable. It's a nice, friendly setup. Everyone gets along really well. I definitely preferred the kayaking to the climbing. It's a very different experience, and I feel more comfortable doing kayaking. I'd probably give up gaming for kayaking, maybe not full time, but certainly as an extra activity on the side instead of gaming would be quite fun, yeah.
The activities may not have totally convinced him to give up the gaming. However, he is now aware that there are groups out there to encourage him and others like him to explore the natural world and to get involved in activities that will improve their health and general fitness. Maybe we could even find some sort of compromise.